we started this program in January, beginning of this year, and we what in a few points could you sum up what assumptions we had back then, Alan, and how? Yeah, and then maybe we could go into talk about like how they changed and so on, and what were those pivotal moments that actually changed it.
Yeah, sure. I think on the beginning we had this strong assumption that most designers they wanted to break free from their 9 to 5 and start a new business. So we start talking to some people on this scenario, and but it didn't prove that strong that assumption because some of them they were quite happy on their jobs. Others they were a bit unsatisfied. Some of them were insecure about the market situation. So we talked to them, some people that we could help, give some advice and move forward with some more in-depth coaching. But still, like was we after talking to a lot of people, we're discussing between us. I think we weren't that convinced that was our ideal clients.
Yeah, I agree. Like I think there was like we had these assumptions and we kept getting some replies back, but something didn't really fit together because some ideal customers we've been talking to, they were not really that keen and that engaged in the conversations in the DMs, and there were some telltale signs that these are this is not the right group. I don't know. Now our ICP is a lot clearer. So our ICP is directly, just to give an idea, is directly asking us how can we help them to productize their skills. And before it felt kind of forced to drag the conversation along because we're not talking to the right people. And those, as you said, those people that we're talking to, they were mainly they are in 9 to 5 jobs. Even though some of these people today, but the they were too comfortable in that, and they didn't really feel the need, or they didn't feel the urgency to actually change their situation to build a side business. But the people we're talking to today, they are either freelancers full time or they're already running a freelance business next to their 9 to 5. And here they are much more aware of the need to actually put more emphasis on this. What would you say would be the pivotal points that led us to actually get more clarity on our ICP? I mean, there were several. It wasn't just one moment.
The main insight was from the experiments that we did on Sales Navigator, especially. We had these filters, like so some of them were dedicated to people still working on full-time jobs on their 9 to 5, and we reached, especially on my end, I reached to a lot of them to start conversations. They were not that interested to talk to me. Like even though I like through our program we teach people like we don't offer anything, we don't do sales pitch, we don't believe on that. We live on having real conversations and good connection, prompting starting the conversation like thoughtful questions, trying to get information and really interested on their journey. And most of them they were not like interested to reply back, but something changed last week when we tweaked we adjust the filter on Sales Navigator. So we have this hypothesis that what if we reach only freelancers and talk to them, because there's this huge pain that we mapped already, that freelancers they struggle to get clients, this feast and famine cycle, this rely on word of mouth referrals. Why we don't reach them and talk to them about like this problem and see what come from that. And it really resonates with them, like especially on my end, on my conversations, like the response rate was like absurd compared to people working in-house. I would say it was 3 times better conversion rate. These sites were better. Like they were interested to engage, to discuss, to give insights. They made me questions, thoughtful questions. Actually, I was really happy to engage, exchange ideas with them. Some of them we booked some calls to discuss not about the program but about life, about design industry. So we'll be talking to them soon. And others were interested on the program. Like they saw the value, they checked our profile, they scan it, they saw our content and the community. They were really interested in the program. So I think for us, like especially from last week, it was like a huge change, like moving from in-house designers to freelancers. So let's see what the next weeks will show us. But I'm really excited with this new, not new approach, but new like this better alignment on the ICP, on the ideal client.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. On my end, it was funny because you uh, tweaked your filter, and then actually, as we keep having weekly, several meetings a week, and that's when it just clicked for me as well, because the moment you changed your filter and then you got more replies back and so on, and engaging in more thoughtful conversation, I realized actually my reply rate that week and the week before was, I would say, around 30%, 25%, which is pretty good. But those people who actually continue the conversation and actually ask for to more information about our program and so on, they were freelancers or people like building their side business. And that's when it clicked. It was like you said this, and I think, oh, wait a second. Come to think of it, actually, the 3 or 4 people that got back to me, and I'm now in conversation with them, they were like fitting this profile. So it was just funny how we kept iterating, and it seemed like we were really not. We're like chasing our own tail. We're moving in circles, kind of for a long time. But it really happened. Yeah, as you said, it happened around mid-May or something when we start realizing, why wait, let's change things. So it's just goes to show you just constantly need to iterate and try things and watch the signals, because that's basically where you zoom in and in those things. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was thinking as well, like we might be missing some opportunities by not reaching directly to those people working in-house that are willing to move to this productized service journey, building their own business. But it's a trade-off on this case. We might reach them in the future. Well, hopefully they will find us through our content as well, through LinkedIn, through YouTube. But for now, I think our focus in terms of direct messages are more on the freelancers. It's what working better, and yeah, hopefully it will stay like that. And I
Yeah.
have a good feeling about that.
Yeah, exactly. I would say, just to add to that, currently our niche is this. And like with everything, you start with a very laser focused product or niche or orientation. And then later on, as you gain critical mass, as you said, like hopefully in some months from now, as we gain more reputation and so on, and more people start talking about us and get more visibility, our program and so on, more in-house designers start waking up and realizing, well, actually, let me check out this thing, and then we might, it's like with every product, you start gaining like mass adoption at some point. But yeah, I fully agree with you. Is just it took a little time for us to realize this, but this is our niche, and we have to keep going hard on this. And at some point there will be like a mass kind of adoption, and it will be other profiles as well.